joining tonight. Thank you. There's a table between us.
I put my feet up on it there. You know, last night I saw an incredible movie here, Foxcatcher, and I ran into
it's a beautiful movie.
I ran into the director afterwards, and I said, I'm so glad I'm not doing a Q&A with you after the movie, because I had just seen it for the first time, and I was totally gutted, you know.
Yes.
This movie I saw
lovely.
in Mill Valley, and it would have been a little hard for me to sit and chat with you casually afterwards,
Yes.
because I had the same reaction to Homesman.
Thank you.
I was emotionally shattered by it. It's a great movie. I'm old enough to be able to say it's the kind of movie that used to be made a little more often.
Yes.
It reminds me a lot of the sensibility of some of the 70s movies, where, you know, to hell with focus groups and audience testing and all this.
Yes.
I'm going to tell the story I want to tell.
Yes, with a lot of grit and truth and honesty. Don't shy away from any of it, yes.
Yeah, it was, and there is a connection actually between the two movies. Nobody burns down John DuPont's house in Foxcatcher, but somebody probably could have.
Yes.
So the scene where Tommy Lee gets his revenge on James Spader's gang was rousing. Where and when did your involvement in this project come about?
Well, this particular project I wasn't involved in producing, so I read the script. I was drawn to it in so many different ways. I was born in Nebraska. This is a woman who, to me, brings values, morals, and manners back to life. And it dealt with a lot of issues that I think we still deal with today. The objectification and trivialization of women. So, and I just think our forefathers, it's a story that these people that blaze this trail for us today. And I loved it. So I actually read it, and I reached out to Tommy Lee Jones and said, I love this.
Wow.
And he said, great, well, I love you. And it kind of happened like that.
So you got word that this project was out there and happening, because it took a little while for him to pull this project together.
I think this is one of those movies that had been kind of circling, and a lot of people had been looking at it. And I fell into the right hands at the right time. That's my belief.
Yeah, the book, I believe the book came out in the late 80s. And the writer I was aware of because he wrote one of my favorite westerns of all time, The Shootist, with John Wayne, directed by the great Don Siegel. Now, Tommy Lee also has an Oscar.